Today, we're talking about taking more money out of your plan. In-service distributions, there's more than one way to do it. As of now, there are 3 ways to get money out of your plan while you are still working. Number 1, participant loans.
Yep.
Number 2, hardship withdrawals. And number 3, plain old in-service distributions. All right?
Hey, can you always get those, or does it have to be in the document?
Thank you very much. It must be in the document. Just because the law allows for it does not mean you can do it. There's a lot of reasons why employers don't want loans or hardship or in-service withdrawals, in-service distributions in their plan. Now then, please note, this is like a caveat, required minimum distributions are not considered to be in-service distributions. All right, they are something very specific because what's the R word in RMD?
Required.
Required. The required minimum distributions are required. Some people forget that. Okay, so they're not considered in-service distributions. I don't want you to read this and think, hey, my plan doesn't have in-service distributions. I don't have to do a required minimum distribution and I'm 106. Yes, you do. Now then, we have done videos on loans and hardship withdrawals, and you can find those on our channel. Please understand, we are not suggesting you do any of these. We are not suggesting you take money out of your plan just 'cause, but every so often people need to, and they have good reasons to do it, and we want to let you know how to make this happen. So an in-service distribution is when you are in service. You are still working. You could have technically reached normal retirement age and still be working. That's going to be an in-service distribution. Depends on how your plan document is written. All right. But generally an in-service distribution is somebody under normal retirement age and they are still working at the company, or at least they've not had a separation of service. And the reason why we know this is because we learned during COVID that a layoff is not a distributable event, okay? Because a layoff, when something is technically a layoff, you're expected to return to your employer, all right? So that is not a separation of service,
Yep.
all right? So if you are laid off, you don't get to do a normal distribution. You have to see if your plan allows for an in-service distribution. Katherine, can in-service distributions be rolled over into an IRA?
Yeah, they're eligible.
Of course they are, okay.
It's an eligible rollover.
Okay.
So why would you want to take an in-service distribution just to roll it over into an IRA?
There's a couple of reasons for that, all right? Maybe your employer has a varied, but you could think maybe it's too conservative investment model inside your retirement plan, and you would like to do something a little bit different, okay? So that happens a lot where people do in-service distributions from their plan to get the money into a vehicle they have more control over. Or number 2, because Roth seems to be today's favorite phrase, maybe the plan doesn't allow an in-plan Roth transfer or conversion, and they want to turn some of their pre-tax money into Roth. They roll it over into an IRA and then do the Roth conversion there because they can't do it in their 401k plan. Yes, dear.
I've actually seen people who, when they're getting close to retirement and maybe they will terminate from your company, they're doing estate planning and they've decided to put all their money together from other employers and everything else into an IRA. They take an in-service and take what's in their current employer and they move it to the IRA, just so it's already consolidated.
And one final thing, our good friend the taxman, are in-service distributions subject to tax withholding? Other than hardships, yes, so your basic, normal, random in-service distribution is subject to mandatory withholding. And if you're under 59 and a half, it is subject to
An excise tax
of
10%.
There we go. All right. So if you would like to read more about in-service distributions because you're having trouble sleeping at night, please check out the link in the description below. And we are working on a future video about the new additional in-service distribution options that have come into effect with Secure 2.0. So please
hold on to your hats. More is coming.
Watch out for that. If you can't wait for that video to come out, email us at sales@hunterbenefits.com and we will do our best to answer your question. Thank you so much for watching. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And please don't forget to keep those cards and letters coming.
Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.